Oh, I see that you have decided to visit the good old me, Bill Jensen, once again. Well, that's certainly interesting. I think you're here to hear more stuff about how terrible of a person I am, right? In that case, it's your lucky day. Let me start my second and last confession before I fall into complete irrelevancy. You probably already know who I am, but let me introduce myself anyway. My name is Shane Boyle, and I'm a live streamer that makes live streams on platforms such as Instagram, Kick, and most importantly YouTube, role-playing as this quote-unquote Christian-friendly character named Bill Jensen. Ever since November of last year, my shitty career has been on a massive downfall, mainly because I entirely gave up on acting like a true Christian. You all know that I'm a money-hungry bastard, so the moment when a gambling company offered me a sponsorship deal, I accepted it without a doubt. Here is a clip of me gambling like a moron in front of my audience, while saying some stuff that the Bill character would never actually say.
So far, I mean, we have some good. We started at 500. We're at 900. So pretty good start. I don't like this slot, but a lot of people tell me it can pay. So who cares about the 666? Just don't worry about it. Drop in the 6. Why do we have 666 viewers?
I mean, would a true Christian, who's strict about his religion, ever play a devil-themed gambling game? Or would a true Christian make a sexual joke as a grown man about a minor, even after learning about his age? Hell, or even say shit like this to people, rather than being mature like the grown-ass, 23-year-old man I am? I suppose not. Also, I make most of my income by screaming at graphic media share content like porn, gore, and sometimes even illegal material. And I don't even give a flying fuck if my young audience gets exposed to this type of content. I could easily solve this problem by hiring a media share moderator, which I'd promised to do before, only if I wasn't desperate for a few more dollars. Here is a clip of me calling YouTube a soft platform after getting striked for showing graphic media shares in a live stream of mine like always, with one of those graphic media shares being an actual pixelated cartel torture video.
Shane, the video that showed up wasn't even that bad. YouTube's just being soft. Honestly, these platforms are so soft, I don't have to hire anybody. Alright, it was not that bad. I restarted to be certain, and I privated the video to edit it out for later.
Now to fully make you understand how terrible this media share problem is, here is a compilation video of graphic material being shown on my live streams because of this problem. This is going to take a while, so get ready. I know that there are going to be some people saying stuff like,
"Oh, but kids don't get exposed to this type of graphic content. What are you talking about?"
while watching this video, so let me quickly talk about that as well. Believe it or not, the idea of loud equals funny and acting childish, which is what I do every stream, mostly appeals to one obvious age group. kids. So just from this comment, you can probably figure out that kids indeed do watch my streams. And sadly, a bunch of these kids have gotten introduced to graphic content like this because of Bill, and one of them genuinely suffered so much because of this problem. So yes, kids do watch Bill Jensen and get exposed to this kind of content. Also, did I mention that I am homophobic and transphobic? Check out this clip.
Well, you're the big and the biggest and you're the and the biggest. You're a dressing like a female. Yeah, you're a fan. Got a small pay? Yes, you can. Can't be a man.
So now that you have probably figured out how toxic of a person I am, I suppose you probably can also understand why my own community members are now starting to hate me. Just like that group of teens which I call a cult. If you constantly ignore talking about the allegations and treat your own fans like shit, you shouldn't really expect anything good to happen. I insist on not hiring a MediaShare moderator, even after knowing about how many children have gotten exposed to terrible material due to my content. Here is an interview that the creator of this video had with a popular member of my community, who is named Char. Please pause to read all of these screenshots to figure out why Bill is such a hated person by a lot of people. But that's not all. Here are some screenshots of other people expressing their honest opinion about me, but their identities will be hidden because Krabs respects their privacy. Also, even though I already talked about this in the first video, my server is ran like it is literally 1984. Even though I'm allowed to say whatever the fuck I want on there, if you dare to throw the smallest insult or criticization at me, you will be banned on spot. Ironic that I call other platforms soft while operating my server like this, lol. Anyways, to end this topic of me being immature, here is a clip of me unknowingly telling a 14-year-old who was trying to confront me some horrible stuff. Roll the clip.
AWAIC, I already know who you are. You're that guy who used to fanboy. You're like Dear Stan. You switched up, I understand. Pass my pay taste. Stop riding, bruh.
Now, there is one more topic that I want to discuss before ending this video, and this topic will be a pretty disturbing one. So, viewer discretion is advised. I have caused actual illegal material. By that, I mean horrifying and disgusting videos about children, to be shown on my live streams several times in the past. Do you want to learn how it all happened? Well, listen carefully then. Now there are a few incidents of this disgusting material appearing on my live streams, and I'm gonna mention two of these incidents, which are the most recent incident and the most preventable incident. First one is from 17th of April, 2025. Here is the clip.
Do I gotta restart?
Yup, that clip is sadly real, and around 300 people ended up seeing that disgusting video. This could have easily been prevented if I hired a MediaShare moderator, but according to myself,
Just these platforms are so soft, I don't have to hire anybody.
I would honestly rather kids ending up seeing this type of content than to lose some extra dollars. And here is the second incident, which is from over a year ago.
Stop! I'm turning that off. You do not Photoshop Mr. Krabs or SpongeBob or whatever. No. No! No! No!
Now I do not care what anyone says, but this incident is mostly Bill's fault. Do you want to know why I'm saying this with such confidence? Because my own staff team was warning me about this illegal material being on queue for 20 fucking minutes. Yes, the chat was literally filled with messages of people telling me about illegal material being on queue. Yet I ignored all of these messages, and guess what happened? This livestream was being viewed by over 1,000 people while this media share popped up. So it's safe to assume that I caused hundreds of people, and potentially a lot of kids, to get exposed to actual illegal material. I suppose now you all have understood how terrible of a person I am, so I can finally end my confession. With that being said, I am Shane Boyle, and I am now
a true sinner.